the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100, New York.
It's Z100, the Artist Interview Lounge with Maxwell and Crystal, and it's all presented by Hackensack Meridian Health. Can you please pan the camera over to our guy, Sir Charlie Puth in the building?
Hello,
what up, man?
Hello.
Dude, it's
I
the
said
first...
hello and hi. Hello, hi.
Hi.
Hello, hi.
Hola. It's the first time we've seen each other in real life in a hot minute,
I
man.
know, I was just about to bring that up. It's been over 2 years, hasn't it been?
Has this 2 years for you felt like that Thanos snap also? I mean, how's your heart health, bro? How you feeling? What's been going on?
It's good. These 2 years, a lot has changed.
Yes.
And I feel like a completely different artist now. It's really exciting.
How so?
Well, I mean, just the way that I put out music now and the way my music is received I have a whole slew of new fans that I get to meet every day when I walk down the street. I feel like I just started in the music industry like yesterday.
Dude.
Really? Like a rebirth?
Yeah, like a little rebirth.
Yeah. Reinvigorated? Is it a challenging at the same time? Like, how are you dealing with that?
It's very challenging at times, but it's also very rewarding because I get to see, especially now that we can all go outside, I get to see firsthand what inspiration does to somebody, and like all I want to do is just inspire people to make music. So I get to see, they come up to me and tell me that either they like a song. They're brutally honest with me too.
No way.
A kid came up to me last night at Nobu, who was like 10 years old, and he was like, "I really love Light Switch." I said, "Thank you so much. I'm glad you like my songs." And he's like, "Well, I don't like every song.
Yo!
I like Light Switch."
Was it here in New York?
Of course.
Of course. That's what I was saying. Like, that's New York
Look at you,
attitude
real.
for us.
Yeah.
I love it.
I grew up with that though, so
Yeah.
I expected his honesty.
Dude.
Well, I feel like you did get a slew of new fans because we got to see a different side of you on TikTok that we've never gotten to see. And you're so open on there about your songwriting and your process, which you have been in the past, but we're able to see it in real time. So what inspired that to happen, and like, how are you feeling since all that great feedback from it?
It's the lack of performing inspired that to happen because we all thought we weren't gonna tour ever again. So I thought, okay, well now I have to perform in a different way. I have to show millions of people, an internet audience, of how a song is made, because I don't know if I'm ever gonna play shows again.
Yeah.
And then it's just stuff that I've always done, like make songs out of weird noises, and now just everyone knows that I do that.
You're that guy. You're that weird noise guy.
No, dude, you've, again, to Crystal's point, you've been so open and honest and so transparent. Now to know that your story, and what we've had these conversations for years, to know now.
Yeah, you've known what
so like in a minute's
well.
time, folks that are living in Malaysia, in South America, for them to see that process, how rewarding is it for you to see that you are connecting on a deeper level and folks are really getting to see who you are in that space?
Well, in turn, it makes my writing better, I believe.
Sick.
It makes me write better music, knowing that, like I put the stems, you know what I mean when I say stems, the musical
layers,
tracks and the layers of Light Switch out to every remixer out there, because I'm just so intrigued by how people receive music and what they would do to it if they had all the instruments.
Yeah.
And I get tons of remixes sent to me today. Some aren't very good, some are really good, some are all right, but it makes my brain think differently, because okay, that's like a average everyday listener is listening to music. This is how they perceive music and how it sounds right now, and that's makes me want to make the next sound for them.
Dude, I get goosebumps hearing you because I know how inspired you are to really dig deep into the sounds, the melodies, what those sounds and melodies mean to you, and how they work so cohesively with the lyrics. To know that you're feeling all this inspiration from other folks and you're using that. When so many times you're the mentor, you're the dude that's the coach, but now to see that there's some of these students out there that are giving you that inspiration is really dope.
That's and I never planned on this being a marketing strategy or anything like that. It just ended up working out really well as a kind of a soul cleansing kind of thing.
Oh, look at the smile on his face when you say that.
And you're
Humble pie.
you're sharing that you plan on doing this with a lot of the more of the songs you have coming out on the album. Do you still plan on doing that?
Yeah, like I'm gonna put out a song called "That's Hilarious" soon, which you saw me crying about on the internet because that wasn't the plan for that video. I just wanted to explain to people where that song was coming from, so they weren't just like getting a random song. They knew where it was coming from. And then I kind of realized mid-recording that I had held on to a bunch of stuff for a long time and hadn't really put it in music because I wasn't ready to. And now that I did and I get to talk about it, it was just, I don't know, I was like sad and cry. I was overwhelmed. And I'm not very good with expressing my emotions. I kind of hide them in music.
Yeah.
I'm a little evasive in that respect, but I'm glad I got to put it in that song and coincidentally like talk about it at the same time.
Finding these little these new parts of yourself and finding that you are allowing yourself to open up and reach these these poignant spots in your heart and letting your art be the way that you're sharing it. How excited are you in finding that growth and I guess the silver lining in these past 2 years is being able to look deeper and become the CP who you are now, man.
Yeah, the CP. It definitely is growth. I feel like I've become a better songwriter. I feel like I've become a better performer. Well, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah,
I've done like a couple little performances here and there, but we'll see if I can do. I mean, I want to get back out and do a tour again with all this new music. And I've never had this many people. I think a lot of people in the beginning of my career knew my music more than they knew me, and now people are asking me where my album is, and it's really touching. It's really awesome.
Dude, you deserve it.
Now, I want to talk about where we're at right now in New York City because this area is home to you. You grew up in the Jersey Shore and you were always coming around here. So how does it feel to be back here now that the world was closed for like around 2 years and seeing it come back to life and going to places that you were growing up and all that?
Just turning on Z100. By the way, we're with Z100 right now. If you didn't know, I wasn't just bringing up a random station, but it's like I remember, I know this isn't your show, but like I like listening to the 9 at 9 when I was 10 years old and hearing "Without Me" by Eminem just dominate that countdown, that little countdown every night. And now Light Switch is on that countdown. It's just it's surreal and it's and maybe anticlimactic and kind of cheesy to be like everything is surreal, but it truly I have bruises from pinching my arm so much. It really is incredible,
dude. It's your second home, and like she said, I mean, you've always had the open door, policy to come through here to share your stories on this platform is why we do it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if we've been able to tell you that is that's the reason why we love having you here is knowing that it means so much for you to put your heart out there, your music out there, and for us to use this as a platform, bro. Mm-hmm.
You guys are my day ones. I always wanted to have a song on Z100. Here we are.
Yeah, dude, several. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
we've done well. We're a little
you did well.
Yeah, it's really great.
You've done pretty damn good,
and
bro.
so you've been working tough on the album. Do we have any estimates on when it should be coming out?
Yeah, is our name going to be in the thank you credits?
Yeah, it'll be called Maxwell.
Hey!
I mean, the album will be out this year. I don't have an exact date, but it's going to be out this year.
Perfect.
It has to because it's done. And all the stuff that follows it, like a tour and etc. and everything.
Dude, hey man, you're here with family. It's only right that we hold his feet to the fire with it's Tuesday, Crystal. We do this with Maxwell's Totally Possible Pop Quiz. He's a brilliant guy. I think he can ace this.
I think I can put my feet under the fire in some 20-degree weather.
Okay, we're gonna do it. These are the rules. This is how it goes down. There's 10 questions, and you have 30 seconds to answer all of these questions correctly.
Okay,
yeah, Maxwell's Totally Possible Pop Quiz, and the questions are easy, Charlie.
Okay.
All right, should we give him question number 3 right now?
Yeah.
We're just gonna give you question number 3.
Why
have you ever
number 3?
Random.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a Spider-Man movie? That's what I mean.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's
how
the
easy
question.
the questions are.
No.
Yeah.
And I know Tom Holland.
Dude.
We're not like best friends, but I had no idea that he was even a Spider-Man. That's how dumb I am. So maybe I'm not so smart after all. He's very talented.
Yeah.
Did he respond to that when you didn't know he was in a Spider-Man?
I was just talking to him on the DM one time because he just seems like a nice guy, and I knew that he was like a talented guy,
Yeah.
and I always want to surround myself with like talented, interesting people, and people who do things that I don't necessarily do. But I didn't know that he was like a movie star.
That he was a Spider-Man.
That's great.
All right, Crystal, you got the 30 seconds there?
Yes.
It's a
you have
celebrity
question.
edition of Maxwell's Totally Possible Pop Quiz with Charlie Puth, and your 30 seconds starts now. Shorts or pants?
Oh, pants.
When's your birthday?
December 2nd.
Have you ever seen a Spider-Man movie?
No.
Name a childhood crush.
My Casey Bowman.
Is 9 an even or an odd number?
Is what?
Is 9 an even or an odd number?
It is an odd number.
What word rhymes with luck?
Suck.
When was the last time you did laundry?
I don't do it.
Are hot dogs a sandwich?
No.
How many sides does a rectangle have?
I don't 4.
What city is nicknamed the Windy City?
Chicago.
Boom! Stop the
Nice.
clock. That was I mean. First off, I have a question here about
Casey.
Yeah.
That's what I want to ask. Your childhood crush.
Oh God, that just it activated from my. I didn't even think about that. I think she's married now, but I definitely had a crush in kindergarten on Casey Bowman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you act on that ever?
Yeah, he wrote "Have you seen me again?" Have you seen me?
Yeah. That's about her.
Your songs?
No, I haven't. I don't think I acted on that because I was too. I was like 5. Or how old are you in first grade?
Yeah.
Kindergarten.
Yeah,
Maybe
5 or
he
6.
tapped her head and Duck Duck Goose.
And
Yeah,
when you
the
do write
level of
love
30.
songs, do you tell the person that it's about them?
No.
Ever? You've never told a person?
No. Why would I do that?
I don't know. Maybe it would like take you to the next level. Maybe they'd like you too if they knew you wrote a hit about them.
No. Absolutely not. No.
Absolutely not.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Well,
No
dude,
chance.
let us just tell you that you aced the pop quiz, fam. Pretty
I'm
good.
So smart
Snaps
in
for our
areas
guy.
of music and outside.
Yes.
Hey, Charlie. Listen, we tapped on it a lot, man. We've talked about the growth these 2 years. What do the next couple of months look like for you, and how excited are you to be here in 2022 with this new appreciation for who Charlie Puth is?
Well, I'm so excited to see that Light Switch is a song that is doing well, and
Yeah.
people actually approach me on the street and said that they love the song, which makes me really happy. So go make your own Light Switch if you're inspired by it, and I'm very excited for my fans to hear more vulnerable pieces like That's Hilarious, which is I think I'll just put out for the fans in a couple of weeks.
Dude.
So
man.
we're gonna get a lot of more emotion because you said you put your emotion into your songs usually. So you're
Yeah.
kind of getting a little more dimensional on this album.
Yeah, it felt like I can't put out like a bunch of emotional songs and then Light Switch because it's gonna feel you gotta get the party out the way. You know what I mean?
By the way, can we ever get invited to one of these parties, fam? Like, how do we?
I mean, when I say party, I mean me and my brain.
All right.
So
Well, we've been invited to your brain for a while, man. Because,
Yeah.
like we said, you're family here, and we truly appreciate you always coming through the studio, open and honest, and doing what you do musically. It's so, I don't know if we're allowed to cuss here. It's so freaking cool for us
Thanks, man.
to press play on all your songs on this awesome Z100 radio station.
thank you. It's a pleasure being part of the Z100 family.
There it is.
Yeah.
Round of applause for our guy, Charlie Puth in the building, man. Love you, dude.
Thank you.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.